Saturday night primetime game, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on CBS. We got the Notre Dame Fighting Irish at the Georgia Bulldogs in Sanford Stadium. Between the hedges, this is WagerTalk TV. I'm joined by Teddy Covers at Teddy_Covers on Twitter, Ralph Michaels at Cal Sports LV on Twitter. Guys, a good one here. Total of 58. Looks like the Georgia Bulldogs laying 14 in the hook. That's 14.5 out there between the hedges. Teddy, what are you thinking here with the Bulldogs and Irish?
So 2 years ago, these two teams met in South Bend. I remember the game because I was on Georgia.
It was a good game.
I was +5 with Georgia 2 years ago. Okay, with the final score 20-19. I cashed my ticket. Tight game. That's what I think about this game. Okay, my gut reaction so far. We've seen, at least Notre Dame's played somebody. And the fact that you've played somebody matters. You know, they played Louisville on the road.
Louisville was the worst Power 5 team in the country last year.
Last year was last year. This year's
2 years ago was 2 years ago when Georgia played Notre Dame.
and the power ratings now, obviously, on Georgia are significantly different than what they were 2 years ago. We haven't seen the Notre Dame program decline. We haven't seen the markets say Notre Dame sucks. What we've seen is the market say, ooh, look at Georgia. Ooh, look at Georgia. Ooh, we really love Georgia now. And we're seeing literally more than 2 touchdowns worth of difference, or close to 2 touchdowns worth of difference in Georgia's power rating alone over the last 2 years. I think that might be a little bit inflated. And the fact that Georgia hasn't played anybody yet. And Notre Dame won on the road, okay? They beat somebody on the road. Georgia went on the road.
Georgia played Vanderbilt. Yeah, Vanderbilt's better than Louisville.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, that's a wager. Okay.
That was almost a home game for Georgia, too, in Nashville. I don't know if you guys saw the stands. There was a lot of red.
I'd be interested in Notre Dame plus. Clearly, you like the other side, Ralph.
I do. And, you know, Teddy and I have fun bantering because, you know, for those that don't know, we do a live TV show now every day on Sports Grid from 12 to 1 Pacific. And we talked about this game today. And, you know, that Georgia team is the same team that went to a national championship. If they had played in November, they would have been a 5 or 7 point favorite against that same Notre Dame team. So I think the change was that year, and it wasn't a change that we think a team was wrong. It was just week 2 of the season that we didn't have the perceptions of the teams that we needed to. So that's why I think the change is there. I look at Notre Dame.
Stop for 1 second.
Yep.
Excellent counterpoint. I appreciate that.
I look at Notre Dame, and when your quarterback's your number 1 rusher and you're only rushing for 4.8 yards per carry, that's an issue because you've only played Louisville and New Mexico. Ian Book's going to get shut down. Georgia's best unit on the defense is their linebackers. If you have a mobile quarterback, I want linebackers to be your best unit. They'll do that. Size-wise, you look at Georgia's O-line against Notre Dame's D-line. There's a 50-pound difference. It's massive, and I think they take advantage of that. And you've got a D in Notre Dame that's allowing 5.0 yards per carry to Louisville and New Mexico, and you have the nation's number 1 or number 2 running back in DeAndre Swift.
I need to counterpoint that because if you're trying to beat college football by looking at statistics and saying, oh, look, this team gives up 5 yards a carry and this team runs, you will lose, okay? All of that is baked into the line. That's why Georgia's laying 14.5. Stats, and there's so many stats that lie. There are stats that lie everywhere in college football.
Well, sure there are.
And all of the algorithms are using the stats, and the way to beat college football is to say, this stat's lying, that stat's lying, that stat's lying,
or the way to beat college football saying this stat is significant. And if you're allowing 5 yards per carry to Louisville and New Mexico, you have issues on the defense.
So this is worth noting, and what I would do in that situation, okay, and I haven't done it for this because we're just talking about it, but rather than say they're averaging 5 yards to carry, look what happened. Did they give up 174-yard run at the end of the game, or somebody broke a tackle and then busted it?
That.
And because especially after 2 weeks, averages are wrong everywhere, dude. Or 3 weeks, the averages.
See Lamar Jackson. Yeah, no, I have no problems with that. But again, you didn't play Air Force and and 2 rushing teams. You played Louisville and New Mexico. I'll leave it at this. Here's a trend and angle for our viewers.
Okay.
When 2 AP top 9 teams play, and there's a line of 12.5 or more, like there is, favorite 13-2 against the spread.
That makes sense. Just with
You have a couple of elite teams, and then after that. So people think, hey, I have a double-digit dog for an AP top 9 team. Well, Notre Dame's not one of the 9 highest power-rated teams. They're just there because they're undefeated and with their preseason rankings.
And it will be Between the Hedges Saturday night. A good one, guys, on CBS. Also, remember, WagerTalk Text Club, 100% free. Just text WagerTalk to 33222 to get a $10 coupon for signing up, plus free picks and other special offers. Thanks for tuning in, guys.